In this video, I'm going to break down how West Ham can tactically outsmart Manchester United on Wednesday night and potentially beat them and pick up 3 points, or at least frustrate them enough that we pick up 1 point, all in this video. So the first thing I want to talk about in regards to how we can sort of frustrate Manchester United as much as possible and give us the best possible chance of picking up anything from this game, and that is a change of formation. And I'm going to explain sort of my reasoning in the video as I sort of go through it. But I believe that if we're going to get anything from this game, we should change to a 5-3-2. The starting 11 as follows: Fabianski in goal, a back three of Ogbonna, Aaron Cresswell, right centre back Diop, right wing back Ben Johnson, left wing back Arthur Masuaku, and in a middle three to sort of compact that space and not allow Manchester United to play in between the lines, which is what they like to do. And that is Declan Rice, Thomas Soucek and Mark Noble, and then Jared Bowen supporting Antonio up top. The first player on Manchester United's attack that I want to talk about is Anthony Martial and how he poses a threat to West Ham's team on Wednesday night with his movement off and on the ball. So off the ball, he likes to sort of drift out to the left-hand side, sort of like Thierry Henry-esque. When Thierry Henry used to play, a lot of his goals, despite him being the central striker, he used to like drifting off to the left-hand side where the fullback sort of plays and sort of comes inside with the ball to get that sort of curling effort in on goal. And Anthony Martial does the exact same thing. You've only got to look at the goals against Southampton and Crystal Palace. He does the exactly the same thing. He sort of drifts out wide in transition for Manchester United when the opposition have sort of built up a possession in the opposition third. Manchester United like to win the ball back, and then they'll play a quick ball out wide to Anthony Martial, and he'll sort of drive into the middle of the box. And this is why I've decided to go with a 5-3-2, is because a lot of Manchester United's players, they play on the wing opposite to their strongest foot. So Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial, when they sort of rotate, they're right-footed playing on the left wing, and they always like to drift inside. So that is one of the main reasons why we have gone with a 5-3-2, is because with the central players in the middle of the pitch, we're able to sort of nullify their strengths. If you're enjoying the video, guys, and you sort of enjoy the tactical analysis that I'm providing on certain games for West Ham United, or you're a West Ham fan, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button, because that helps me greatly. Let's get into it. I touched on it briefly in regards to the movements that Manchester United's forward line generally make, and I want to sort of expand on it. We're going to be talking about Marcus Rashford and Mason Greenwood. Again, they're both wide players that play on the opposite side to their strongest feet. Marcus Rashford plays on the left-hand side. He likes to come inside. And Mason Greenwood, who is generally both-footed, but I think he is actually mainly left-footed, like if that was probably his strongest foot, he plays on the right-hand flank, drifting inside. With both players coming inside, it allows them to have possession authority over their opposition, because what they like to do, they like to work in the half spaces, and then that will allow them, if they get into those areas, to play potential through balls to Anthony Martial. Now, what do we need to do? And this is the reason why I chose that we should go with the 5-3-2, because what it will do, it will sort of compact those areas of the pitch, having an extra centre-back and then having an extra centre midfielder. It will allow us to sort of compact those areas of the pitch and sort of drive Manchester United down the flanks. And if we're able to do that, because we've got the sort of the physical superiority of Ogbonna, of Diop in that centre-back position, and Martial, he's not really renowned for, getting his head onto the ball, winning a header, out jumping a centre-back. If we're able to sort of force them down the flanks, we are sort of going to frustrate them, because we're not allowed them to operate in those half spaces. And then if a goal comes from it, if Manchester United, whipping across and Anthony Martial out jumps Ogbonna, I'm going to be really annoyed, because that isn't really how he scores his goals. And that is how I feel like we should defend. Drive them out wide, let them put balls in the box, let Wan-Bissaka whip balls into the box, and then we have players like Ogbonna who can just clear the ball away, and then hopefully we can work in transition to cause some problems ourselves. Now, let's talk about how the way Manchester United like to play out from the back and how we can sort of expose them, because the last couple of weeks Manchester United have sort of showed signs of weakness when playing out of the back, and especially Paul Pogba. So Manchester United, what they generally do from a goal kick position, the two centre-backs will sort of split. The full-backs are very high and wide, because it will allow them that opportunity that they could possibly play that really, really long ball from De Gea to one of their full-backs. And then one of either Paul Pogba or Nemanja Matic will sort of drop deep in order to receive the ball from De Gea. And what this again will allow them to do, especially in their own third, is sort of create triangles in a defensive third. So each player on the ball has got an option. Can they go left? Can they go right? They can go back to the goalkeeper. And if they've got time on the ball, they can sort of do a 180 and, of course, progress the ball forward. However, in the game against Southampton pressed them really well, and what they done is they got either Armstrong or Redmond to sort of press Paul Pogba when he received the ball. And if we're able to do something very similar with Jarrod Bowen, and that is why I played like a two-striker formation with the 5 at the back, is because it will allow Jarrod Bowen to sort of use his work rate, use him in a central area, that if the ball gets played into Paul Pogba, that he can sort of try and pounce on him, try and use his frailty, where Paul Pogba, again against Chelsea, he likes too much time on the ball. He thinks he's got loads of time on the ball. Use that to our advantage. Get Jarrod Bowen pressing him, try and win the ball back, and hopefully we can sort of expose him that way. The final weakness that I sort of want to touch upon in this video, and that is Harry Maguire versus Michail Antonio. Michail Antonio is on the form of his life, 7 goals since the restart, and we need to get him in 1v1 situations versus Harry Maguire. And as you can see the last couple of weeks, when Harry Maguire sort of gets dragged out wide into those channels because his fullbacks are too far forward, he struggles so much. He can't deal with players who've got pace, who are direct, who can just hit the ball into a channel and then just run after it. And that is what Michail Antonio does in abundance. And you can see with some of the goals that Manchester United have conceded lately. Junior Stanislas, Harry Maguire was asked to sort of come out in a wider position in the penalty box. Stanislas just puts it through his legs, hits it near post, 1-0 to Bournemouth. And also Bergwijn, who plays for Tottenham, if you look at the goal, he's running with the ball, running directly at Harry Maguire. And Harry Maguire sort of doing a Roger Johnson. Do you remember that against Man City? He doesn't know whether to press, he doesn't know whether to stand off. In fact, he does absolutely neither. Bergwijn runs through and smashes the ball past De Gea. And that's what we need to do. We need to sort of create transitions and situations where Michail Antonio sort of drifts out wide, Harry Maguire will follow him and sort of create those 1v1 situations, because if we can do that, we can expose Manchester United for the slow defence they have. Maguire isn't fast, Lindelof isn't fast, and if we can do that, I firmly believe that we can sort of pick something up from this game. So this is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it and you're a West Ham fan or you're just a football fan in general, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.